What's going on, everyone? This is ODC, it's me, and we're back with another action figure review. This is my review of the Star Wars Elite Series die-cast action figure First Order Flame Trooper. And this is the one trooper I was missing, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what other versions we're going to get, but I do have the regular First Order Stormtrooper. We've done the Riot Shield Stormtrooper. We've done the First Order Officer, Snow Trooper, and now we have the Flame Trooper. And I'm glad we're getting different classes of Stormtrooper. It looks really cool. Like, we're getting a Flame Trooper, we're getting a Riot Squad Stormtrooper, we're getting a Snow Trooper. I think the only thing we have not seen is a Scout. What was the evolution of the Scout Trooper? Those are my favorite troopers. So I would be interested to see down the line if they give us an updated Scout Trooper or what's going on. But I digress off of that. It's a different topic for a different time. Looks really cool. This is made of, I would say, probably around 90% of die-cast metal. It's pretty bulky. It's got a nice weight to it. Yeah, comes in this, as you can see, a nice window box display, what we're used to seeing from the Elite series. And flipping around to the back, has a nice little read-up. So you can pause that and read it if you want. And here's a little read-up. Specialized stormtroopers of the First Order. Flame troopers carry incendiary weapons that can transform any battle into an infernal blaze. So there's your little read up. I know I hardly ever read stuff, but in celebration of Chapman Films, there is no onion babies allowed. No onion babies or pumpkin babies. I guess you can go pumpkin babies too. No pumpkin babies allowed. And yes, it does retail for $24.95, and I did get this off their website because Buffalo does not have a friggin' Disney store anymore. They took away our Disney store. Those bastards. You bastard! You killed my Disney store, you bastard. Okay, done with that. But it does look pretty cool. Let's pause this and I'll be right back with this guy out of packaging. Okay, 10 minutes later, after I get him out of the package, Jesus Christ. Don't get me wrong, guys. I am all for safety, not getting, your action figure broken into or whatever, or it getting damaged and packaged, but Jesus Christ, did you have to put... What was he had? 2 on his thigh, 2 on his ankle, 1 on his elbow, 2 on his shoulders, 1 around his waist. I mean, there's no reason for all those zip ties. I don't need all those zip ties, and they're like wire zip ties too. So you're trying to get them off, and then what they do is they clip the ends so you can't twist the ends. So I ended up scraping my figure. That's great. Love that. Trying to get scissors in there to get them off. Disney, chill with the fucking zip ties. You only need 3, okay? Really, when you think about it. 2 on the arms and 1 around the waist. You don't need 4 on the legs. It's ridiculous. So that's my little... I don't know. I just can't stand that shit. When companies put too many damn zip ties on a figure, like Marvel Select does that shit all the time. Really annoys the hell out of me. Anyway, okay, I'm done bitching now. Here's the display base. Looks really good. Nice embossed Star Wars or Star Wars logo on there. Looks pretty good. The figure has a really good weight to him. Definitely, if you threw this at someone's head, it's probably going to hurt. But don't do that. I don't suggest you do that. You know what? I want to take his hand off of this kind of rubbery string here that's kind of keeping him holding onto his gun here, but or his flamethrower, I should say. But I feel like if I take that off, I'm never gonna get it back in his hand. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm just going to leave it for now. Yeah, but I got to do articulation though. Damn it. Oh boy. Well, he does stand like this. Like I said, he does have I believe his hands and his feet are plastic. Now, what they need to start doing is giving us all metal. If you're gonna tell us you're giving us all metal, then give us all metal. Because when you give us plastic feet and then they have all of this weight on top, the figure tends to maybe not with this one because he's kind of got these cuffs that prohibit the ankle from moving around a lot. But with most of these I almost said Black Series. With most of these Elite Series figures, because they're all metal, they tend to fall over forward. But this one is not bad, but he still wants to dip forward a little bit. So I feel like with these, you really almost need a display base to stop them from doing what they want to do, almost. But even then, when you have them on the display base, he still wants to move forward a little bit. Like I said, it's not bad with this guy because he's got these cuffs that stop his feet from moving so much. But I mean, if you're going to do this, just, you know what? I would prefer you didn't even give us any movement in the ankles and you just molded it together so he can just stand. I don't think I even need articulation with that, but... And plus, these figures are very limited with articulation anyway. So these are kind of meant for a display piece. I mean, you could pull with this guy. You can pull it off if you're trying to do like an ACBA scene or something like that. You can pull it off, but for the most part, these are kind of just meant to stand there. The backpack is nicely sculpted, and it is. I would say that this is a metal as well. He's got a lot more weight to him because he's got this backpack on. It does feel good though, nice feel to it. And then he's got some painted. Are those sculpted in? No, those are just painted black dots on there. And then he's got some sculpting going on here throughout the backpack. It looks pretty good. I would say the paint's probably not the best on this because it's die-cast metal, and obviously you're going to have these ugly screws that they didn't decide to fill in. Don't know why. I guess they did that on General Grievous. They filled in the holes, but with the Series 1, they did not. But maybe down the line, the Black Series will release a Flame Trooper. I'm pretty sure they probably will. But for right now, this guy will do. These guys do run a little bit taller than the Black Series as well. And I'll just bring in the Snow Trooper here. So, I mean, there's your scale. So, I mean, if you're going to set these guys up, you're probably going to set this guy in the background so he kind of, maybe a little bit of depth perception there. You can kind of set him off in the back so it doesn't look like he's so super tall. Just kind of looks like this guy's far forward and that guy's in the background. Just can't really tell the height difference. So, I mean, you can still do it. I mean, there's different camera angles you can do, all types of different stuff. So, even though he's out of scale, I still bought him. So, I really like the difference in the helmets, too, because, I mean, your Snow Trooper, you're getting this look, and then your First Order Stormtrooper, you're getting a regular look of this. And I like that each one kind of has their own look. It's kind of like their own individual look. So that's pretty cool. The head does rotate. Can't do a full 360 because of the backpack here. Gets in the way. The arms do go up and they do go down. Now I'm gonna have to take this silly little zip tie thing off to show you. Don't do it! Don't do it! Get off. There we go. There goes that idea. Okay. But the arm can do a full... No, can't... Yeah, it can do a full 360 rotation. It does have a single bend at the elbow, and he does have a wrist swivel. Like I said, the hands are made of plastic. He does not have a bicep swivel. So there goes that idea. He does have a waist swivel right there, and he can do the splits really well, actually. So there you go with that, and then the legs go forward. They are a little bit hindered because of the armor here. But I mean, these guys are going to be doing drop kicks and snap side kicks, so I'm not too worried about it. Single bend at the knee, and he does have some ankle movement side to side, and then a little bit up and down. So not too bad. I would say that the I actually thought this was going to be worse without the oh, now wifey is vacuuming in the other room. But the lines in here are, I believe they are sculpted and they are painted in. So that looks really cool. I would say his eye slit is also sculpted and painted as well. As well as that. He does have sculpting on his gauntlets right here. Right there. Got a little pouch right here. He does have some tubing going around to the back portion that connects right to the gun, which is pretty cool. And he's kind of got these little wires capped off here. Really interested to see this flame trooper on screen. I think it's going to look really cool. He does have two open rivet holes right here. One's actually capped off, and then the other one's not. Huh. Looks like a quality control thing, maybe. But I mean, overall, I'm pretty. It's not. I mean, you have to know going into this that these are not going to be even close to the Black Series articulation wise or range of motion wise, or even sculpt wise. They're just not on the same level in my idea. Even paint wise, I would say they're not on the same plane as the Black Series, but they are. If you want a flame trooper, this is a good way to go for now until the Black Series does give us one. Hopefully down the line they do. Get dog hair everywhere. Sorry guys. But you know, $24.99 or $24.95, I should say, and then if you don't have a Disney store in your area, it's going to cost you around $32 with shipping. $30 for a figure that doesn't have that great of articulation. Not, you know, the best sculpting because it's die-cast metal. I mean, how much sculpting can you possibly get? Even though I would say that the sculpting on this one is pretty decently done. Even on Darth Maul, it was pretty decently done. It just they're. I almost just wish they would go back to plastic. Like I almost wish that they didn't have the die-cast metal because it just kind of takes away from the figure, because especially over time the paint's going to start chipping on these. That's just what happens with die-cast anything. But overall, I would say this is it's not a regrettable purchase. I just wish he could do a little bit more than just stand here. But these are kind of meant as display pieces, especially coming with the nice display stand, which we never get with figures anymore. It's a damn shame we don't get display bases. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this purchase, even though they had 75 zip ties on it. I'm exaggerating, but the zip ties, I think, were the biggest pain in the ass for this review, I think. But I'm overall pretty happy with this figure. I would recommend him, but like I said, if you don't want a figure that's out of scale with the Black Series, and like I'll do one more comparison before I let you guys go. If you don't want something that's like crazy out of scale, he's not that bad, I guess, but if it bothers you, you're not going to want him. So maybe hold out for the Black Series. But I'm pretty happy with my purchase. I would recommend the figure because I think it looks pretty decent. And don't have any quality control issues. Maybe a better range of motion, better articulation in the future. And maybe go back to plastic. But that's pretty much it for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always. And I will see you guys on the flip side.